Be me, 32. Been with Luke for 3 years, living together for 1. Good relationship, stable, talked about future sometimes, but nothing concrete. December morning, periods 2 weeks late. Not unusual for me, but something feels different. Stop at CVS on way home from work, buy test, hands shaking at checkout. Get home before Luke, pee on stick in our bathroom. 2 lines. Pregnant. Sit on bathroom floor for 20 minutes, just staring at it, brain completely blank, then racing. Luke gets home. I'm making dinner like nothing happened. Test is wrapped in tissue at bottom of my purse. We eat pasta. He talks about his day at the architecture firm. I'm barely hearing him, just nodding. That night in bed, I can't sleep. Keep thinking about my body, what's happening inside it right now. This is my body, my decision to make. Been thinking this way since college. It's foundational to how I see the world. Bodily autonomy isn't negotiable, not for anyone. Not even for someone you love. If I tell Luke, it becomes a discussion, becomes something we have to decide together. But it's not his body going through this, not his career that would be affected, not his life that would fundamentally change. I worked too hard to get where I am. 7 years of education, brutal hours as a junior associate, just made senior associate last year. Partnership track is finally visible. A baby now would derail everything. And honestly, I'm not sure I even want kids. We've never seriously discussed it. Luke mentioned it once or twice, vaguely, someday maybe. But nothing definitive, no timeline, no real conversation. So really, I don't even know if he wants this. And it doesn't matter, because it's not about what he wants. It's about what I want, what I choose for my body. Next day, I call my doctor's office. Get appointment for pregnancy confirmation. Tell work I have a dentist appointment. Doctor confirms I'm about 5 weeks along. She asks if the father knows. I say, that's not relevant to my healthcare decisions. She looks at me for a moment, then nods. Gives me information about options. I already know what I'm choosing. Schedule procedure for 2 weeks out. Earliest available. Go home. Luke is there early. Brought takeout. Thought we could have a relaxed evening. He's so thoughtful like this. Always has been. We watch a movie, his arm around me. I feel nothing. Just numb. The secret sits between us, like a wall, only I can see. 2 weeks pass in a blur. I'm distracted at work, making uncharacteristic mistakes. Luke notices I'm off, asks if everything's okay. Just stressed about the Morrison case. He offers to give me a massage, runs me a bath. The guilt tries to surface, but I push it down. This is my right, my choice, my body. I don't owe anyone access to my medical decisions. Even him, even the person whose genetic material is involved. That's just biology. Doesn't give him ownership over my choices. Morning of the procedure, I tell Luke I have an early meeting. He's still asleep when I leave. I kiss his forehead. He mumbles something sweet. My chest tightens, but I ignore it. Clinic is 40 minutes away. Deliberately chose one, far from our neighborhood. Waiting room has 3 other women. All look scared. I feel calm, certain, righteous even. I'm making the choice that's right for me. That's what empowerment looks like. Nurse calls my name, takes me back. I change into the gown, lie back on the table. Doctor comes in, kind eyes, asks if I'm sure. Absolutely certain. Procedure itself is quick, 15 minutes maybe. Pain is sharp but manageable. I focus on the ceiling tiles, counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's over. Recovery room, cramping, apple juice in a plastic cup. Nurse gives me aftercare instructions, prescription for antibiotics. Another woman in recovery is crying softly. I feel nothing but relief. This was the right choice for me. My body, my choice, my life staying on track. Luke texts, "Hope your meeting went well, love you." I stare at the text for a full minute, type back, "Thanks, love you too." Drive home carefully, cramping getting worse, take the day off work, tell Luke I'm coming down with something. He comes home early with soup and medicine. Hovers over me, concerned, sweet. I feel irritation instead of gratitude. He's suffocating me, treating me like I'm fragile. I'm not fragile, I'm strong. I made a difficult choice. I'm fine, just need to rest. He backs off, but keeps checking on me. Bleeding is manageable, cramping subsides over next few days. Physically, I recover quickly. Emotionally, I feel vindicated. I took control of my life, my future. Didn't let biology or society dictate my path. Things with Luke return to normal on the surface. But something's shifted in me. I can't look at him the same way. Every time he's affectionate, I feel this wall. Every time he talks about future plans, I feel distant. He notices, of course he notices. "You've been different since you were sick." I'm fine, just busy at work. More lies. Easier each time. January, February, March pass. We're going through motions. Sex feels mechanical. I'm never fully present. He tries to plan a vacation for summer. I'm non-committal, make excuses. My best friend Sarah asks if everything's okay. You seem disconnected from Luke. We're fine, just busy. But we're not fine. I'm not fine. I'm keeping this massive secret and it's building a wall between us. But I can't tell him, ever. He would never understand. He would see it as a betrayal, but it wasn't. It was my right. April, his sister announces she's pregnant. Luke is so excited, talking about being an uncle, looking at baby clothes with her online. I feel sick watching him. Physically nauseous. Have to leave the room. He follows me, concerned again. What's wrong? Nothing. Just felt dizzy. He holds me, kisses my temple. Maybe you should see a doctor. You've been off for months. The irony is crushing. That night, I lie awake while he sleeps. His hand is on my stomach like it often is, and something cracks inside me. I think about what would be there if I hadn't. No, can't think like that. Made the right choice for me. My body, my choice. May, we're invited to a wedding. Couple we know from college, both successful professionals. Bride is clearly pregnant, glowing, happy. Groom can't stop touching her belly, looking at her with pure love. Luke watches them wistfully. At reception, he's had a few drinks. Do you ever think about it? Think about what? Us, having kids someday. My heart stops. I don't know, maybe we've never really discussed it. I know, I guess I just assumed we would eventually. Assumed a lot then. Comes out harsher than intended. He looks hurt. I just mean, we should have actual conversations about these things. Okay, let's have one now. Do you want kids? I can't answer. Literally cannot form words. I don't know. You don't know? He's looking at me like he's seeing a stranger. I thought I knew you. Fight in the Uber home. First real fight in months. He's frustrated by my evasiveness about future. I'm defensive, attacking him for assuming things about my body, my future. Your body? What does that have to do with whether you want kids someday? Everything. It's my body that would go through pregnancy. I know that. I'm not trying to. Why are you so angry? Can't explain. Just keep deflecting. Sleep in separate rooms that night. First time ever. June. Things are deteriorating fast. Barely talking except about logistics. His family asks if we're okay. My mom asks if we're breaking up. No. Just going through a rough patch. But it's more than that. The secret is poisoning everything. I can't be intimate with him emotionally or physically. Every time he tries to connect, the wall is there. What I did, what I'm hiding, what I took from him. No, not took. That's not the right word. I made a choice about my body. He had no right to be part of that decision, but the certainty is cracking. Late June, his sister has her baby. Luke goes to hospital, comes home with photos. She's perfect. I held her. She's so tiny. He's emotional, eyes wet. Made me think about our future, about what I want. He sits me down. I love you, but I need to know if we want the same things. What things? Marriage, kids, a real future together. I don't know if I want kids. Finally saying it out loud. He's quiet for a long time. Okay. That's... okay. I wish I'd known that sooner, but okay. And you do want them? Yeah, I think I do. Eventually. Not tomorrow, but someday. Yes. We're at an impasse. We both know it. July, we're barely cohabiting. Polite roommates who occasionally sleep in same bed. My work performance is slipping. Can't focus, can't sleep. Losing weight. Constant knot in my stomach. Luke is pulling away. I can feel it. He's protecting himself, preparing for the inevitable. August. I come home early. He's on phone in bedroom, doors are shut, mostly closed. I love her, but I don't think she loves me anymore. My heart shatters. He's talking to his best friend Nathan. Something changed in her months ago. I don't know what. Maybe she met someone else. Maybe she just fell out of love. I can't keep living like this. It's killing me. I back away silently, leave apartment, walk for hours, end up at park, sitting on bench in dark, crying for first time since the procedure. What have I done? Not just the abortion, but the lying, the hiding, the wall I built. I took away his choice to even know. Even if the final decision was mine, Didn't he deserve to know? Didn't the person I love deserve honesty? My certainty is gone, replaced by churning guilt and doubt. Go home at midnight. He's asleep on couch. I sit in bedroom alone, pull out my phone, start researching. Post-abortion emotional responses, relationship impacts of reproductive secrets, hours of reading, crying. Everything I convinced myself was empowerment. Feels like selfishness now. September. We officially break up. His idea, but I don't fight it. Can't fight it because I destroyed this. I'll move out. Give you time to find a roommate. Luke, I'm sorry. For what? So many things I can't say. For pulling away, for not being who you needed. You don't have to apologize for not loving me anymore. I do love you. Then why does it feel like you've been gone for months? No answer I can give without revealing everything. He moves out over the weekend. His brother helps. They pack in, near silence. I stay at Sarah's. Can't watch. Come home to half-empty apartment. Sit in bedroom we shared. His side of closet is bare. Photo of us on nightstand, his arm around me, both smiling. Taken last November, week before I found out. Look at my face in that photo. I was happy. We were happy. I destroyed it all, not just by the abortion itself, but by the secrecy, the lying, the wall. October, I'm falling apart, calling in sick to work multiple times. Senior partner calls me in. Your performance has declined significantly. Is everything all right? Personal issues. I need you to get it together or we'll have to reconsider your position. Everything I protected by having the abortion, my career, my trajectory, my independence, all crumbling anyway, because I can't function under the weight of what I did. November, 1 year since the pregnancy test. I'm in therapy now, finally, trying to unpack everything. Therapist is gentle, but asks hard questions. Why didn't you tell him? Because it was my choice to make. Your choice about the pregnancy? Yes. But was it your choice to keep it secret? I had the right to privacy about my medical decisions. Legal rights and relationship ethics aren't always the same thing. That lands hard. I had the right to abort. I had the right to privacy. But did I do the right thing? Different questions entirely. I thought I was being strong, empowered. And now I think I was being cowardly. How so? I was afraid of having to defend my choice, so I just didn't tell him. I convinced myself it was about principle, about bodily autonomy. But really, I just didn't want to deal with his feelings. Saying it out loud breaks something open, sobbing in therapist's office. I didn't want to deal with his hurt, his potential opposition, so I just erased him from the equation entirely. December, I reach out to Luke, first contact in months, ask if we can meet for coffee. He agrees, reluctantly. We meet at Neutral Cafe. He looks good, maybe better than when we were together. I look terrible, no I do. Lost 15 pounds, dark circles, haunted. How are you? He asks. I've been better. You? I'm okay. Seeing someone, actually. Knife to the gut, but I deserve it. That's good, I'm glad. We sit in awkward silence. Why did you want to meet? I rehearsed this 100 times, still can't find the words. I wanted to apologize. You already did. Not adequately. Something happened last year, and I handled it terribly. What happened? This is the moment. I could tell him everything, unburden myself, finally. But what would that accomplish except hurting him? He's moved on, he's healing. Telling him now is just selfish, making myself feel better. More cowardice, disguised as consideration. I was going through something, and instead of leaning on you, I pushed you away. Yeah, you did. Why? I was scared. Of what? Of losing myself, I think. Not a lie, but not the truth. I got so wrapped up in being independent that I forgot how to be in a partnership. He's quiet, processing. I wish you'd talk to me. I know. I would have understood whatever it was. And that's what kills me. He would have. Maybe not agreed, maybe been hurt, but he would have understood. He loved me, and I didn't trust that love enough to be honest. We part ways, friendly but final. Watching him walk away destroys me. January, New Year, no new start. Just continuing to live with what I did. Therapy twice a week now. Unpacking my beliefs about feminism, autonomy, relationships. My therapist asks hard questions. Do you regret the abortion itself or the secrecy? Both. Neither. I don't know. It's okay not to know. I believed so strongly it was my right to choose. It was. But I used that belief to justify lying to someone I loved. Yes, I told myself I was being empowered. And now I think I was being selfish and cowardly, and I destroyed the best relationship I ever had. February, can't escape the thoughts. What would the baby look like now? Would have Luke's eyes probably, his smile. Due date would have been late August. Baby would be 4 months old now. I start seeing babies everywhere. Never noticed before how many babies are just everywhere. Grocery store, park, coffee shop. Each one a reminder. March, work puts me on probation. Performance hasn't improved. Might lose my job. The career I protected by having the abortion. Crumbling because I can't function under the guilt. Cosmic irony. Sarah finally drags the truth out of me. We're drinking wine at her place. What happened with Luke, really? The whole story spills out. Everything. She's quiet when I finish. Say something. I don't know what to say. Tell me I did the right thing. Did you? I had the right to choose. That's not what I asked. She's one of my most feminist friends. Thought she'd back me up unconditionally. You had the legal right, absolutely. But keeping it from him, I don't know. That feels different. You think I was wrong. I think you made choices based on fear and ideology instead of love and honesty. Exactly what I needed to hear and couldn't bear to hear. April, hit rock bottom, can't get out of bed some days. Therapist suggests psychiatric evaluation. Start antidepressants. They help with the acute symptoms, but can't medicate away what I did. May, lost my job. We're letting you go, it's just not working out. Everything I sacrificed for, gone. Sit in empty apartment. Half of it still empty from Luke leaving. Career in ruins. Relationship destroyed. No baby. Just me and my choices and my crushing regret. June. Luke gets engaged. See it on social media. Her name is Rachel. She's pretty. She looks kind. Photo of them with his sister's baby. He's holding the baby. Looking at Rachel. Pure love. Everything I could have had. Everything I threw away. July. Therapy session. Do you think you made the wrong choice? About the abortion? Yes. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I should have kept it. Or maybe you should have just been honest with Luke. Maybe the outcome would be the same, but at least with integrity. That's the thing that haunts me most. Not even the abortion itself, but the lying, the hiding, the wall I built. I took away his chance to be part of it, even if the final decision was mine. He deserved to know. Deserved honesty from someone who claimed to love him. August, would-be due date. Spend the day alone, crying. Thinking about what might have been. Not just the baby, but the relationship. If I'd been honest, maybe we could have worked through it. Maybe he would have been hurt, but understood. Maybe we would have broken up anyway, but at least with honesty. Instead, I lied and hid and destroyed everything. September, 1 year since the breakup. 2 years since the pregnancy. Still in therapy, still on medication. Working retail now, couldn't get another legal job. Reputation damaged, 7 years of education wasted. Live alone in smaller apartment. No relationship prospects, can't open up to anyone. The secret still sits inside me. Different than before. Before it was hidden, but justified. Now it's just a scar. October, run into Luke and Rachel. At Farmers. Market, they're buying vegetables, laughing. She's pregnant. Obviously, beautifully pregnant. Luke sees me, face changes. Hey. Awkward introductions. Rachel is lovely, genuinely kind. I can see why he chose her. She excuses herself to look at flowers. Congratulations. Thanks. We're excited. I can see it. The excitement, the joy, everything I denied him. She's great. Yeah, she is. Silence. I'm happy for you. Really. Thanks. You doing okay? You look... I'm fine. Another lie, easier than the truth. Take care of yourself. Watches me with something like pity. Walks back to Rachel, puts hand on her belly. I leave quickly before I break down. Cry in my car for an hour. That could have been us. Should have been us. November. Back in that therapist's office. I saw Luke. He's having a baby with someone else. How did that feel? Like having my heart ripped out. Because you wanted the baby you aborted? Because I wanted him? And the baby was part of that? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I did want it and was too scared to admit it. Scared of what? Of wanting something traditional, something that didn't fit my image of myself. as an empowered, independent woman? Yes. And now I'd give anything to go back. And do what differently? Just tell him the truth. And then, I don't know, maybe still abort, maybe not. But at least give him the chance to be part of it. At least be honest with someone I claim to love. December, 3 years since the pregnancy test. Sitting alone on anniversary of the day that changed everything. Think about the different version of me. The one who walked into bathroom and took that test. So certain, so righteous, so convinced of her principles. Principles that felt like empowerment, but were really just armor against vulnerability, against intimacy, against shared decision-making, against love. I destroyed everything I had, in the name of autonomy, in the name of choice, in the name of empowerment, and I'm left with nothing but regret. Therapist says, I need to forgive myself. But how do you forgive yourself for destroying your own life? For lying to someone who loved you? For making irreversible choices based on ideology instead of love? January, new year again. No resolutions, just existence. Work, therapy, medication, sleep, repeat. Sometimes see parents with toddlers, 3-year-olds, running around. My baby would be that age. Luke's baby will be born soon. With someone else. Someone who probably told him immediately when she got pregnant. Someone who trusted him enough to be vulnerable. Someone who chose love over ideology. February. Rachel has the baby. See announcement online. Little boy, healthy, perfect. Luke looks radiant in the photo. Everything I took from him, he has now. With someone else. Someone better than me. Someone who didn't let fear and ideology destroy love. March, therapy appointment. When will I stop regretting this? Maybe never. That's not very encouraging. Regret can be a teacher. What is it supposed to teach me? That choices have consequences. That relationships require vulnerability and honesty. That rights and rightness aren't always the same thing. All lessons learned too late. April, sitting alone in apartment. Looking at old photos of Luke and me. So happy. So in love. Didn't know how good I had it. Didn't know I was about to destroy it all. Didn't know my certainty was actually just fear. My empowerment was actually selfishness. My principles were actually armor against intimacy. May wrote Luke a letter, telling him everything. The pregnancy, the abortion, the lies, all of it. Wrote it, sealed it, addressed it. Sat with it for a week. Then burned it. He doesn't need to know. Has a new life, new family. My confession would just be selfish. One more selfish act in a long line of them. So I keep the secret still. But now, it's a weight instead of a shield. June, 3.5 years later. Still living with consequences. Career destroyed, relationship destroyed. No family, no baby, no Luke. Just me and my choices and my regret. People talk about empowerment like it's always right. Like autonomy justifies anything. Like, my body, my choice means you can do anything without consequences. But choices have consequences. Even rightful choices. Even legal choices. I had the right to abort. I had the right to privacy. But I didn't have the right to lie. Didn't have the right to take his choice away. Not about my body, but about whether to stay with someone who would hide something so massive. I took that choice from him through deception. And I live with that every day. Destroyed the best thing in my life. In the name of principles, I'm not even sure I believe anymore. Sitting here alone. No career, no partner, no child. Nothing but regret and the knowledge that I did this to myself. Used to think I was so strong, so empowered. Now I know I was just scared. Scared of vulnerability, scared of partnership, scared of wanting things that didn't fit my ideology. So I destroyed everything rather than face those fears. And I'll live with this for the rest of my life. The knowledge that I had everything, and I threw it away. For principles that felt like freedom, but were really just a cage. And now I'm alone in that cage, with nothing but regret, and the ghost of what might have been.